better, a new kind of love. It's ever the one I want. I'm lifting you higher, higher. There's nothing that I'd rather do. A sweet elevation, our praises. There's no one I love more than you. I never knew a love like this before. The kind of life that I cannot find on my own. I've seen the world, but I have never been so sure that I want your heart. God, I just wanna be where you are. I just wanna be where your love, like nothing I've seen. My wildest of dreams don't come close. I've never known better than living like this. I cannot resist you, Lord. I'm lifting you higher, higher. There's nothing that I'd rather do. A sweet elevation, our praises. There's no one.
Hey, Midpoint, how are you guys doing? I can't hear you. How are you guys doing? All right, we're going to do something different for worship today. How many of you want to come up on this beautiful stage and come dance with me? If you want to come up here, come on up here. The stage is yours. I need more excitement if you're going to be up on this stage, though. Come on. I need more people. Where are all my people? All my dancers. Where are all my dancers? I'm gonna need to see some real like Fortnite dancing. All right. Is that all? No one else wants to come join me up here on this wonderful stage? All right. Okay, how many of you are ready to worship? Are you ready to worship? Are you guys ready to worship? I can't hear you. I need you guys to be louder. Are you guys ready to worship? Are you guys ready to worship? All right, let's worship. This is no performance. Lord, I pray it's worship. Empty words I can't afford. I'm not chasing feelings.
gosh, St. Louis Cardinals. Okay, how is everybody doing? Come on in. You can get seat. Yeah, you can take a seat or whatever. Well, welcome to Midpoint, everybody. My name is Matthew Plunkett, and does anyone notice anything different about me here? Does anyone see anything on me at all that's different? That's right. There's this random ring on my finger, which means I got married, y'all. It actually happened. There's a girl living in my house who took over my closet. It's crazy. In fact, you know, she is, Macy's pretty great. Would you guys want to see her really fast? Okay, listen. She, hates me for doing this, by the way. She's, told me, okay, whatever you do, don't ever pull me up on stage. But you guys want to see her, though, right? Don't you? Okay, come on out, Macy. Get up. Come on, give it up for Macy. Come on out. Is she over there? Come up here. Come here. Come on. Come on. I have to pull her out. All right. Hi, okay. All right, so, Macy, will you tell them, give them, we have kids in relationships out here, or they're doing some, or they've been involved in any. Do you have any relational advice for them?
Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest. Relationships are pretty high-key terrible sometimes.
Wait. No, well, our relationship's not high-key terrible, is it?
Yeah, I like him.
Okay, all right. So anything else? What other kind of stuff would you say?
I think my best advice is just find a best friend who just really, really loves Jesus.
That's true. Okay, that's pretty good, right? I like that. That's a very good pastor's wife answer. You are a pastor's wife now. That's kind of crazy.
Official.
Hey, another thing I want to talk to you guys about is Revival Night. Revival Night was this past Wednesday night. It happens the first and third Wednesdays, and it's really incredible. It's one of the more intense things that we do. Macy and I go together almost every Revival Night. What's one of your favorite things?
I'd have to say my favorite thing's probably the worship.
Okay, what do you love about the worship so much?
It's just a super awesome time. It's like a super intimate moment with Jesus, and everyone else around you is just pouring out their hearts and praising our awesome God. So it's super, super fun.
Yeah, that's true. It really is. It's sort of a multi-generational thing too. It's like Midpoint and Kids Point and High Point and adults are all there. Macy and I are both always there, kind of sitting front right area. And honestly, some of you guys come and it's really great, and I get to worship with y'all. It's sort of like Shane calls it our 401 level, our deeper level of experiencing Jesus. And so just want you guys to come out to that next time we have Revival Night. And then we have this series that we're doing here called True Worship. So you guys bow your heads and pray with me as we get started. Father, you are incredible. We love you so, so much, Lord. And God, help us to understand what it means to be a true worshiper of yours. What does that look like? I know we think of worship as we sing and we do these songs, but what do you say it is, God? We love you so, so much, and we say these things in your name. Amen.
How you guys doing tonight? Good. We're starting a brand new series today called, hey, can anybody say that? Can you say WRSHP? How do you say that? Sorry, I'm going to be showing you guys something from my phone, so I'm connecting it here. How do you guys say that? Worship. Somebody, I don't know, it's kind of weird, but it's kind of cool. Worship. That's what it is. Okay, so we're starting our first week. We're going to have 3 weeks in our series called True Worship. And we're going to learn a lot about what does it mean to worship God with everything that you have. Because sometimes worship, we can think if I sing, I worship. But we all know there's a lot more to worship than that. Okay, so I'm going to take kind of a total detour now, okay? Like a total detour. And we're going to talk about some things that I'm afraid of. Okay? So one thing I'm afraid of is jumping really high in the air on my bicycle. I can do little ones where I get maybe like this, but if I get over that, man, my heart goes through my mouth. I get a little nervous. And I think it all traces back to one time a few years ago. So you know how when if you jump on a bike, like your feet are on the pedals, and like your feet can come off the pedals. So I go on this jump, right? And so I like send it and I try to jump, but I jump off of my bike pedals, but my hands are still on my bike. So I'm kind of like going like this, and my bike's still there, and I'm just like, uh-oh. This isn't gonna end good, you know? Guys in the room, you're gonna know what I mean. I got this bike seat that I gotta land on, but I'm not on it. I'm gonna come down. And I'm like, this ain't good. And I come down, bike hits the ground, then I come down onto the bike seat really hard, and it did not feel good. I threw the bike off to the side, and I just crumpled up into a ball and just didn't have a good rest of my day. You guys know what I'm talking about. That's why I'm scared of jumping my bike really high in the air. Another thing, this is a really weird one for me, guys, but I'm pretty scared of going into big grocery stores. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know, like I get in there and I'm like, okay, I got my list, and I'm like, okay, I got most of my stuff in my my grocery cart. See, I don't even know how to do it. I'll have like half my stuff, and then all of a sudden, it'll be like, you gotta get out of here. Like, I gotta get out of here. The walls feel like they're kind of closing in on me, and I get like a little panicky, and I'm like, I gotta go. So then I just like, go check out really fast, and I don't even get half the stuff that I needed. But I'm like, I just have to leave. The other thing that happens to me often, and I think this is probably why I don't like grocery shopping, and I think it's probably, sorry. I'll be like in the middle of the aisle with my half-full grocery cart, and then all of a sudden, the only thing that comes to my mind is, where's the bathroom? Like, I have to go right now. Like this isn't just like okay, this happened to me once. This has happened to me dozens of times in my life. Like I think it's something about being in a grocery store makes me have to poo. It's just weird. So I'll leave my cart in the middle of the aisle. Like just leave it there. I guess hopefully no one takes it. And I'm like sprinting around looking for the bathroom. So I just don't like going to grocery stores. I don't know. It's weird. So I'm talking about a couple things that I'm afraid of. One other thing that I really wanted to talk to you guys or show you guys. Have any of you guys ever done virtual reality? Like with the headsets and the earphones and all that kind of stuff? Well, one time, this was a couple years ago, I went to try this VR experience. And I was like, oh yeah, like that would be cool. Like I'm not really that afraid of heights. Like yeah, let's do the height one. So it's like this plank that you got to walk out on. And so I got a plank here. So I'm doing this like VR thing, and all of a sudden I'm out there, and it just feels so real that I just fall to the ground, and I'm like clutching around this plank that's not really there, and I just hit the floor really hard. I'm like, man, but it was really terrifying. So I've got kind of a little VR plank walk. I've been trying to connect my phone, but it's been a little weird. So me and Julian, we're gonna figure this out here. And I'm gonna show you guys what that was like a little bit for me. Okay? And then, are any of you in the room scared of heights? Scared of heights? Like any kids? Would anybody maybe want to would you try this little plank walk? You want to try it? All right, so I'm going to call on you in a little bit. Hey, you said you weren't scared of heights, so I asked you a few minutes ago, and you said, no, I ain't scared. All right, so let's see. All right, this is what I got to do. I got this video. We're going to pull it up there for you guys. Can you guys see that? There we go. All right, so I got to get it to the right spot about here. Okay, so I'm going to be going up this elevator. Okay, so you guys are going to kind of ride with me, but you get to see it like I'm like enclosed in this world. Okay, so I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to be on the plank. So, oh gosh, I hate this. I really do. Like it just. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's my plank. Can you guys see the plank? Okay. Oh gosh. Hey, if I get close to that, can someone make sure I don't go off? Okay. So I'm kind of looking around. I'm on top of all these skyscrapers. I'm on my plank. Oh my gosh. My stomach hurts. I'm not messing around with you guys either. Like this. Am I? Oh, my foot. Ah! Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh! Okay, I went straight off. Okay, that was not fun. Stop. Oh. Okay. All right, you want to come up and try it? No, you said you want to try it. Are you going to be scared? Okay, come on up. But if you're just like, no, I'm too cool for this, then no, like you got to like immerse yourself in the experience, okay? All right, okay, I got to reload this video real quick here. Tell everybody your name.
My name's Holden.
Holden, all right, Holden, you ready for this? Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm gonna help you get this on your face here, okay? Don't worry, you're not on the plank yet, okay? Yeah, well, okay, now try not to hold it. Is it staying good? Okay, now I will hold you, okay? So you will not fall off the edge of the stage, I promise, okay? So you're still in the elevator, Holden's still in the elevator. There, you see your plank?
Yeah.
Okay, so go with the video. Okay, so just take little steps, because you're getting close to the edge of the plank here. Okay, little steps. I got you. You will not fall, but you'll get close. Up! All right, you got to get back close to the edge. Just feel it. Just feel it. Dude, that's high. That is high. Oh my gosh, are you going to go closer? There you go. You're falling now. Oh man. Dude. Okay, all right. Wow.
The edge.
That got you good, man. Holden, thanks, dude. That was awesome. Was that like a little more scary than you thought it was going to be? Yeah. Yeah, so like stuff scares us in life, guys, doesn't it? So I'm going to take a little inventory. What kind of things scare you guys? What are you scared of? Shout it out. Shout it out. I'm asking you. I'm going to write it up here. What are you scared of? Okay, I heard skydiving. What? Zip? Okay, so it's kind of the same. Zip. What else are you guys scared of? Like legitimate. Wow, I'm like dizzy right now. Holden, are you still kind of a little messed up from that? Yeah, I'm a little messed up. All right. What else are you guys scared of? Boys. Okay, yeah, good. I mean, what are you scared of? Is it just like the relationship part of it? I mean, I'm scared of relationships sometimes. What are you? I hear someone yelling something. Clowns. Oh, I spelled planes wrong. Okay, go a little deeper for me now, okay, guys? Go a little deeper. So not just like things, but like shots, okay. But like, what about like if people don't like you or something? Or like public speaking. Are you guys scared to get in front of people? Okay, all right. What about like, are any of you guys scared of like people rejecting you or anything? Now you're like, yeah, yes, so, no, yes, maybe. I mean, I'll throw that up there. Are any of you scared of landing on your bike seat? How about the grocery store? Yes? Yes! You're like my brother. Scared of the grocery store. Man, okay, here's what you guys gotta understand. Like this fear stuff, like it's so relevant to worship. Okay? It really is. Listen to this. I'm going to kind of lead you guys on this trail. But fear determines action. Okay? What you're afraid of determines what you do. What you're afraid of determines your action. You guys tracking with me? Okay, so because I'm afraid of walking on super windy planks up in the skyscrapers, what do? I don't do it. I don't do that. I don't walk out on a super windy plank that I'm going to fall to my death. I don't do it because I'm afraid of getting big air on my bicycle. What do? And panic, yeah. But I don't do it. I choose not to go off of the big jump. Because I'm so afraid of the grocery store. What do you guys think I do? Amazon. Yes? Gosh, you are so right. You are tracking with me today, Jonathan. And I send my wife to the grocery store. I say, babe, can you get me some soup? Okay, for me, I'm really afraid of people not liking me. Are any of you guys afraid of people not liking you? So because I'm afraid of people not liking me, I do everything I can to appear likable. Okay, another thing, I'm afraid of being misunderstood. Anybody afraid of being misunderstood? Like, I'm not gonna open my mouth because if I say something wrong, they might not understand. They might be hurt or they might get mad at me. I'm really afraid of being misunderstood. So sometimes this is what I do, guys. This is how I react. I overtalk. I over-explain things. And sometimes I actually don't even really say what I mean. Like I mean something that maybe is more direct, but I don't really say it, and then it's all confusing. Maybe this one's something for you guys. Because I'm afraid of being embarrassed, let's say, like shooting an air ball in a game isn't fun in basketball. So maybe because you're afraid of being embarrassed, you practice an awful lot. Or because you're afraid of maybe some of your friends or people that aren't your friends making fun of you because you're not very smart. What would you do? You'd study a lot, right? Are you guys tracking with me? I can't, okay. Here's the big one, okay? Listen to this. Everybody with me. Because I'm so afraid of God, this is my personal thing. I'm afraid of God, I worship him. Okay, fear, it determines action, but it also determines your worship. Your worship. Fear determines your worship. Everyone say that, worship. Worship. Fear determines your worship. Here you go. So has anybody heard of Job in the Bible? Okay, Job, you're going to learn a lot more about Job next week. So trust me, you're going to want to come next week because we're going to hear a lot more about the story of Job. But I'm just going to give you guys some kind of sneak peeks, okay? Job was a God-fearing man. He worshiped God. He's in the Bible. There's a whole book named Job. He worshiped God with all of his heart every single day. Every day. Okay? He was very, very, very wealthy. Very wealthy. He had everything. Thousands of sheep and camel and goats and kids and gold and buildings, everything. Like he owned it. Okay? He had everything going for him. Everyone say this with me. He had it made. Say, he had it made. He had it made. Job had it made. So there's this weird conversation that Satan, the devil, is having with God. And he's saying to God, hey, God, Job worships you because you give him everything. And God's like, I don't know about that. And Satan's like, well, let me test him. It's this weird thing. So God says, okay, go ahead. I think Job's still going to worship me. So Satan comes into Job's life. And he starts taking everything from Job, okay? He kills all his family. Takes all his possessions. Job gets super sick. He's got like boils all over his body, everything. He burns his house down. All his friends abandon him. His wife turns against God. It's like the most miserable circumstance you could possibly imagine. You guys ever think you've had it bad? Job had it bad. But Job worshiped God no matter what. Okay, Job 1:22 says this. In all of this, Job did not sin by blaming God. Yes, he knew this is all confusing. It was confusing. He didn't understand why this was all happening. But the point of it is Job worshiped God more than anything he had, any of his possessions, any of the things that were in his life. Because he knew, listen to this, he knew God was in control. And because he knew God was in control, he feared him. He feared him. This is what Job knew. This is in Psalm chapter 111, verse 10. Fear of the Lord is the foundation of true wisdom. All who obey his commandments grow in wisdom. Job knew that if he feared God, he would be more wise. He also knew this. This is in Jeremiah. Job knew this. Jeremiah chapter 5. This is God speaking through the prophet Jeremiah. Have you no respect for me? Why don't you tremble in my presence? He's talking to his people that aren't afraid of him anymore. I, the Lord, I define the ocean's sandy shoreline as an everlasting boundary that the waters cannot cross. The waves may toss and roar, but they can never pass the boundaries that I set. Job knew that God was in control of everything. So this is what Job said after he lost everything. Can you guys imagine losing everything in your life? Just imagine everything burned down. Everybody you knew was dead. It'd be crazy. This is what Job said. He's talking about God. He said this, but once he, God, has made his decision, who can change his mind? Whatever he, God, wants to do, he does. So he will do to me whatever he had planned. He, God, controls my destiny. No wonder I am so terrified in his presence. When I think of it, terror grips me. God has made me sick at heart. The Almighty has terrified me. That's Job's response, guys. Here's what you got to understand. Fear equals adoration. If you're afraid of something, you give it power in your life. It determines your action. You worship it in a way. If you're afraid of it, you adore it. You are in awe of it if you fear it. And sometimes, guys, we don't fear God. And when we don't fear him, we're not worshiping him as he deserves. Guys, you got to hear this. That's what Job said. God's in control of everything. Everything. God's in control of everything. And if you don't fear him, guess what you think? You think you're in control of everything. If you don't fear God, you think you are in control. But the truth is that God's in control. I have a really, really, really big question for you guys. This is like the boom question. Do you ask God to enter your world when you pray to him? Or on a daily basis? Do you ask him to enter your world? Or do you thank him for allowing you to enter his world? They're very different. Do you guys sense the difference here? Do you say, God, come on, this is what I need? Do you invite him into your world? Or do you fear him so much and worship him? And are you in so much awe of him that you say, God, thank you. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this day. Thank you that I get to live for you. I can't even believe you let me live on this world. Thank you, God. You're in control of everything. Guys, that's worship. Do you feel it? When you fear him, you worship him. So how do we fear and worship him? I kind of came up with a funny, quirky little acronym. Can you guys all say this with me? Say ALPHO. 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 That's what we're going to do. You guys are going to learn about ALPHO. This is how you fear and how you worship God more than anything else. The first thing of ALPHO is the A. You ask him. Ask him. God, how can I worship you? God, what do you want from me today? God, what are you thinking? God, what's your opinion on this matter? All sorts of questions. Ask God. Don't tell him. Ask him. Ask him what he thinks. Second of ALPHO is L. Listen to him. After you ask him, listen. After you ask him, listen. How is he responding to you? After you listen to him, anybody have a guess of what F is? Follow. You guys are so good. You follow him. Whatever he's told you to do, and sometimes he'll give you weird answers. Like to Job, hey, just worship me even though you've lost everything. Sometimes it's hard to follow him, but that's what you got to do. If you fear him, if you worship him, you will follow him. And if you follow him, then you will obey him. There's my ALPHO champ over here. ALPHO. Everyone say that with me. Ask him. Listen to him. Follow him, obey him. Guys, there are things in our life that sometimes we are more afraid of than God. Sometimes we're more afraid of people than God. Sometimes we're more afraid of what they're going to think of us. Sometimes we're more afraid of if we're going to have enough stuff to be popular, or enough stuff to live, or enough stuff to have a good home, or money to look like everyone else, or whatever it is, or to get good grades, or to be good in sports. Like, you fear that more than him. This is what you're going to do. You guys, you may have thought of the thing that you adore or you fear more than God. And you may not have yet. And God may reveal that to you right now, because we're going to pray. John and Laura are coming up to set up some stuff. What we're going to do is there's going to be some cards up here. You guys see these tables? You're going to come up. If you feel like God's leading you, there's going to be some cards on the ground that say God on them. There's going to be some blank index cards on the table. You get to go up to the table. You'll write the thing that you've been more afraid of than of God. And then you're going to take that card, what you've written, you're going to throw that on the ground. And then you're going to take that card that says God that's on the ground, and you're going to lift it up and put it on the table. You're making an exchange. An exchange. You guys get that? But this is if you're ready to say, God, I want to fear you, because you're in control of everything. I want to fear you more than I fear what people think of me, more than I fear of my comfort, more than I fear of my health, more than I fear of walking on a windy plank in a VR machine. Whatever it is, okay? There's going to be this verse on the screen. I want you guys to interact with this, okay? And Tabby's going to lead us in a song, and you're going to respond to this. You don't have to sing the song. She's going to sing it over you. But the verse on the screen says this. It's from Psalm 86. Teach me your way, O Lord. This is going to be your prayer. And I will walk in your truth. Give me an undivided heart that I may fear your name. That's going to be your prayer right now, okay? It's going to be your prayer. An undivided heart, that no other thing, you would never be afraid of anything as afraid of that you are of God. Because you worship him above all else. I'm going to pray for you guys, and then you guys will have a chance to respond. Jesus, we love you. You're so much bigger than I could ever know, God. And I just pray that every student in the room will understand that. God, Holy Spirit, just come and purify us, convict us if there's anything that we feared more than you. And just reclaim your throne in our life. Put yourself, God, just like intervene and rise to the top of the throne of our life. We want to put you on the top, God. And I pray that as students come up, and as they make that exchange and they put you, God, they take you from the lower and they elevate you, and then they take their other fear and they put that below you, God. I just pray that this will be an experience that they will never forget for the rest of their life when they made this exchange. In your name, Jesus, we pray. Amen. So whenever you guys are ready, you can come up and make that exchange.
Find that I'm safe and warm in your loving arms. I find that I'm safe and warm in your loving arms.
safe and warm in your loving arms. I find that I'm safe and warm in your loving arms. You see me and you know me and you love me through and through. You see me and you know me and you love me through and through. Oh. So you guys all wrote down one of your fears that you've put above God, and you've given it to Him. And now this next part of the song that we're going to sing is called Set a Fire. And right here we're going to sing Set a Fire Down in My Soul that I can't contain and I can't control, because I want more of you, God. When we sing that I want more of you, God, I want you guys to sing it with all that you've got. All those fears that you've put above God, lay it down right there. Just go, God, I want more of you. I want that fire in me. Can you guys do that for me? Can you guys do that for me? So set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain and I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. Set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain and I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. Set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain and I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. Set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain and I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. Set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain and I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. Set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain and I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, So set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain and I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. Set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain and I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. Set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain and I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you. Let's sing that one more time. Set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain and I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you,
Guys, I want you to find your small group. You're going to stay up here, though. Stay up here. Stay up front. Find your small group. Just make like a little circle. Find your small group. Find your leader. Go ahead. Go right now. Yep, go right now. You can stay up front, though. And I kind of brought this up here just to kind of represent something that we have put above God, something that we feared more than God. And some of you have laid down some things that you've never laid down before, that you gave a lot of power to in your life. And that's amazing. And you're going to celebrate those today as a small group. But there are also some of you here in the room. Actually, before we do that, who of you guys, you laid something down that you realized you were really afraid of and you didn't fear God enough, and you made that exchange. Raise your hand if you made an exchange today. Raise your hand. Woo! That's awesome. God is so happy right now that you guys have put him back on his throne. But there are some of you that you know, or there might be some of you tonight, and you know that you haven't ever really put God on his throne of your life. You've actually never given your life to Jesus before. Like maybe you've come to church, you've like pretended that you have, or maybe you haven't even been. Maybe this is your first time, I don't know. But you know that today you're supposed to give your life to Jesus. And you're going to be a Christian, you're going to follow him, you're going to worship him, you're going to give your whole heart to him for the rest of your life. Some of you may know that that's you. And as you're in your small group, what you're going to do is, with everybody's eyes open, because this is a celebration. We celebrate this. We celebrate every time anyone gives their life to Jesus, okay? You can be in your small group, and you're going to raise your hand. And if anyone in your small group raises your hand, you all know what we're going to do? Tell me. You're going to go nuts. Your group's got to be the loudest group in the room. You got to go nuts. Okay, everyone understand what we're going to do? So I'm going to count to 3. If you know that that's you, if you know that God's calling your heart and you've never given your life to him before, and you know tonight's your night, you want to worship him, you want to give your life to him, you want him to be king in your life, you're going to raise your hand. And then when you raise your hand, your group's going to go crazy. Leaders, you guys got it too? All right, so I'm going to count to 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. Go ahead, raise your hand if it's your first time. That's okay. We're going to celebrate with you. But if you don't have to, don't fake it. Don't force it. Anybody in the room, first time? Okay. That's awesome. Totally cool. And, you know, if you weren't sure and you kind of wish you raised your hand, just tell your small group leader. We're about to go into our small groups. And if you weren't sure, tell your small group leader. And you guys can celebrate that in your small group. And your small group leader will help you pray to accept Jesus for the first time. But now what we're going to do, you guys, we're going to sing another song. We're going to sing another song. You're going to sing it kind of as a small group. Stay close to your small group. But it's called You Can Have It All. And the words go like this. Maybe you haven't heard it before, but it says, you can have it all, Lord. Every part of my world, you can have it. Take my life. Breathe on me and breathe on this heart that is now yours. I've given you my heart. Guys, those of you who raised your hands, you gave God something. You gave him a piece of your heart. Let's celebrate that. Let's sing another song. Tabby, go ahead and lead us in that song.
You can have it all, Lord. Every part of my world. Take this life and breathe on this heart that is now yours. You can have it all, Lord. Every part of my world. Take this life and breathe on this heart that is now yours. And oh, the joy I found surrendering my crowns at the feet of the King. this life and breathe on this heart that is now yours.
You guys remember that question I asked you? Do you ask God to enter into your world? Are you just so thankful every day that He lets you enter His? And guys, with you guys just now, I really feel like we as a group, as Midpoint, we entered His. We thanked Him. We gave Him our heart. We said, thank you for letting us be in your world. It is awesome. That's my favorite thing to do. Absolutely my favorite thing to do. Thank you for allowing me to be with you guys as we do that. We're going to actually split into our small groups now, okay? And you can talk about that question. You can talk about some of your fears and how your fear determines worship and all that kind of stuff. You're going to talk about that right now. You have about 10, 12 minutes, okay? So find your small group leader, make a circle here in the room, and you guys are going to chat, and then I'll close this out when we're done. Couple minutes left, small group leaders. Couple minutes left till we wrap up. All right, I realize, small group leaders, that a lot of you are praying right now, but, start wrapping up your group in prayer, and then you're just going to dismiss from group. Just dismiss from group. You can go say hey to the parents and all that, but just dismiss right from your group. So if you still got a few things to finish up, go ahead and finish up.
Hey, Jack.